Whether you're a student or a teacher, there are pros and cons to cooperative learning. Let's begin with the benefits of cooperative learning for students. First of all, this is huge. According to Kagan.com, over 500 studies have been conducted on cooperative learning, and they have reaped positive results. This just stands to prove that many times cooperative learning has proved to be beneficial for students. Next, cooperation.org showed that compared to individualistic and competitive efforts, cooperative learning just works better. This means that working in groups works better than working alone or working in a competitive environment. Next, Kelly Dwyer from the University of Georgia wrote an article that shows that cooperative learning can help improve life skills and achievement levels. Next, let's talk about the cons of cooperative learning for students. Just like they show the pros, Kagan.com also shows the cons of cooperative learning, stating that cooperative learning has the power to get students off tasks, considering that they're all friends, they like to gossip, they like to talk about other things besides what they're supposed to be talking about. Next, an article by Marian Matthews explains why gifted students do not like cooperative learning. They don't like it because they have to spend their time, when they already know what to do, explaining what to do to other children that don't really care about the lesson. So pretty much cooperative learning brings them down and does not let them excel as much as they can. Next, an article by Kathy Middlecamp also lists many cons to cooperative learning, such as that some students in the group just don't pull their weight. Next, let's bring up teachers. So let's start with the benefits for teachers. College.cengage.com shows that cooperative learning is an aid to classroom management and to instruction. This means that cooperative learning is a great way to teach. It's a great way to teach. It assists you in classroom management because the kids are on task in their groups, and it's easier to control them when they're all working together on one specific task. Next, teacher Rob Franks gives a list of the benefits that he believes comes out of cooperative learning. He says that students pay more attention. He says that when he practiced cooperative learning in his classroom, that his attendance levels were much higher. He also said that more of his students created innovative solutions to problems, and that simply his students enjoyed it. Kagan.com also states that cooperative learning increases participation in classrooms, which is also a plus for teachers. Finally, let's talk about the negative effects for teachers. It's very easy for the classroom to get out of hand when children are working in groups. It can get out of hand when they start getting off task, when they start talking about things besides what they're supposed to be talking about. Just like he gave a list of pros, he also gave a list of cons. Teacher Rob Frank says that cooperative learning keeps you on your toes, and it's hard to prepare these large tasks in very small amounts of time. It frustrates some students, such as A students, who are used to just memorizing the material, and when he says you have to think more, there's no right answer, it frustrates them. And also, the parents didn't really understand it at first, which made it difficult for them all to get on board. Kagan.com also says that it makes it hard for teachers when the principal doesn't know about it and they walk in and they just think that the teacher is not on task with their students, or when the students get out of hand and the noise level rises, which is very common with cooperative learning strategies, that the neighboring teacher will hear the classroom that's practicing cooperative learning come in all mad, say, "What are you doing? You're not on task. You're disrupting my classroom." So really, miscommunications, it's kind of a con there. If no one else knows what you're doing, cooperative learning can be bad. So in conclusion, all in all, cooperative learning can be negative or positive for teachers and students.